When was the last time you felt a little rebellious? When was the last time you got out of your normal routine and did something that was a little risky or daring? If you think about it, living consciously and awake and engaged in activities that make you feel alive is the art of rebellion. Rebellion is anything outside of the norm or the status quo. When we're younger, we rebel against authority and our caregivers. We want to take control of our lives and we want to have fun. And I know that impulse very well. And that drive got me into a lot of trouble when I was younger, but that's still very present within me. The only difference now is that it's channeled in a way that isn't self-destructive, and instead it enhances my life. It's coming from a higher perspective, a higher expression. And a lot of the time we can have a need, and depending on our state of consciousness, it will express itself in different ways. And that will, of course, lead to different outcomes. So the lower expression of your inner rebel, or the lower expression of my inner rebel when I was a teenager, was lying to my parents, sneaking out of the house at night, going to parties, and essentially creating this wild alter ego. An inner rebel is connected to a sense of freedom. You don't want to be controlled, you don't want to be told how to live. But now I can channel that need into the higher expression of choosing how I want to live and how I want to be in the world. I'm not living my life based on how society believes I should or how my parents have told me that I should. I am choosing to create my path as I walk it, and it continues to unfold as I follow my intuition. Following my intuition is really another example of my rebellion, because intuition is not something that other people can control. Intuition is your direct knowing of your soul, and it's connected to your soul, it's connected to something larger than yourself. When was the last time you listened to your intuition? When was the last time it led you somewhere that other people didn't necessarily approve of? When you listen to that voice, the stronger that connection becomes. And thus you cultivate this rebel who knows right from wrong and who will stand both for what they believe in, and they'll also follow their highest excitement. What if following your intuition and your highest excitement was the art of rebellion? What do you think your life would look like if you did that? Being rebellious can mean breaking free from other people's expectations of who you should be and how your life should look. What if you dared to embrace more of your authentic self? Do you know that you're worthy to live a life of your design? Do you know that? One way to be more rebellious is really to unleash your inner curiosity. You can ask questions, you can explore new ideas, and you can challenge the norms. Curiosity is really the fuel that ignites innovation, and it leads to personal discoveries, breakthroughs, and evolutions. So I dare you to be more curious in your life. Who knows what amazing adventures await when you really just step outside of your comfort zone? Isn't that the point of life? To continue to grow and to push yourself and put yourself in these uncomfortable situations in order to learn who you are. We're not meant to just be going through the motions, I believe. We're meant to expand, we're meant to learn, we're meant to love. And if you think about it, another essential ingredient of rebellion is playfulness. Life doesn't have to be so serious all the time. You're allowed and encouraged to embrace your inner child. You're encouraged to let loose and have fun. When was the last time you let go without drugs or alcohol? When was the last time you laughed so hard that it hurt? When was the last time you experienced joy? Playfulness is not only good for the soul, but it also reminds us not to take life too seriously. What if you allowed yourself to be a little bit more silly and spontaneous? What would your life look like? What would it look like if you were able to be more yourself, if you allowed for that to happen? Because at the heart of rebellion is authenticity. It's about being true to yourself and living a life on your terms. So I encourage you to embrace and celebrate your uniqueness. Never apologize for being who you are. When you live authentically, you inspire others to do the same. So don't be afraid to stand out, speak up, and really make your mark on the world. We need your gifts and we need you to be exactly who you are. And this last piece is totally, I'm speaking to myself right now. I feel like I've got the other arts of rebellion down, but this last piece that I just shared, I'm speaking to myself as well. We need to celebrate what makes us who we are. We're not carbon copies of other people. We're put here for a reason. And it's our job, it's our responsibility to figure out what that reason is so we can serve and we can radiate. We can radiate who we are at our core. We were given gifts for a reason. We were given certain life lessons for a reason. And it's our responsibility to figure out what that is. And it's absolutely possible, especially when you're in a community of people that support that process. So embrace curiosity, unleash your playfulness, and practice living more authentically. It's time to rebel against the ordinary and create a life that's uniquely yours. How does that feel in your body to know that you can do that? You can create a life on your own terms. How does that feel? And where do you feel it in your body? I dare you to explore this week. I dare you to get curious. I dare you to be playful. I dare you to just show up in one relationship just a little bit differently this week. I dare you. Just have fun with it. Life is too short to always be so serious. Yes, there's trauma. Yes, there's pain, but there's so much joy too. And we get to experience both. And really reconnecting with your inner child, reconnecting with joy, and reconnecting with your authentic expression. These are ways to make your life more meaningful. They make the bad not so bad. And it helps us continue to flow and evolve. And that's why we're here.